Hi guys and welcome back to the TechTeak YouTube channel again. With the introduction of new enthusiast level segment with Intel's X99 platform and CPUs, Asus promptly updated its high-end ROG motherboard to the next iteration of it, and as a result of that, here we have the new Rampage V Extreme in front of us. Looking at the box, you can notice that classic red ROG style of packaging with some brand and news technology logos on the front, name of the board, and the mention of the bundled OC panel that we're going to talk about more later on, as well as a picture of it. Of course, as usual with more high-end models, we also have the front box panel cover, which reveals with a look on the motherboard, and on the left side of it some features overview in regards of audio, power design, interfaces, socket and overclocking gadgets. Going to the other side of the box, you can see some more information about stuff like the OC panel, OC socket, M.2 slot and SATA Express connectors, integrated 802.11 AC Wi-Fi, input-output picture layout, technical specifications and so on. Opening up the box to get to the board, first we had to rumble through the really big bundle that usually comes with all ROG motherboards, especially in Rampage series. Here we have an input-output shield, 4-way and 3-way SLI bridge, X socket toolkit, user manuals with some label stickers for the cables and ROG door hanger, 2-way crossfire bridge, ROG OC panel cable, 2-way SLI bridge, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packages of 2 SATA cables, making total of 10, probe cables, Wi-Fi antenna and Q connectors, and that 5¼ inch OC panel bay metal case that we saw on the front of the box. And finally, after all that bundle, here's the motherboard itself. Taking a good look at the motherboard, you can definitely feel that ROG design from top to bottom. Everything in black and aggressive red color scheme, making this environment very familiar for us. In comparison to the last generation of Rampage Extreme on X79 platform, most of the noticeable redesign fell off to the chipset and VRM coolers, as well as the portion that surrounds the input-output back panel, which is also part of the cooling solution implementation. Also, as seen on the latest Z97 and Z87 ROG motherboards, now we have a ROG logo glowing just beneath the CPU socket. Speaking of socket, it's surrounded by 8 quad-channel DDR4 DIMM slots, supporting up to 3300 MHz RAM, and above it, you can see the components that make the Extreme Digi Plus 4 power design, like the microfine alloy chokes, 10K black metallic capacitors, and so on. Going further down below the socket, you can see 4 red PCI Express Gen 3 slots capable of 4-way SLI and crossfire configuration with 2x X16 and 2x X8 configuration, as well as one more black X16 Gen 2 slot running at X4, and the PCI X1 slot being also a second generation PCI Express slot. Off the left side of the slots we have an audio portion separated with AMI shielding that glows in red color and holds the Supreme FX audio circuit, which is basically the Realtek's LC1150 chip with some LANA premium audio caps and overall better audio components. Going around the edge of the board, on the bottom part you can see a lot of standard connectors like the USB 2 and USB 3 header, front panel audio headers, and something out of the ordinary soundstage switch for changing the audio equalizers on the fly, keyboard and BIOS switch. On the right side of the board you can see 12 standard SATA connectors, 4 of them being used in 2 separated SATA Express connectors if needed. Right next to it another USB 3 header and contact points for measuring the voltages right below the 24-pin ATX power connector, which is being accompanied with the obligatory 8-pin and additional 4-pin EPS power connectors behind the VRM heatsinks. Squeezed between the RAM slots and the 24-pin ATX power connector, you can see the M.2 slot for up to 110mm long drives. In the right top corner, you can see a bunch of switches and buttons like the MMOK, CMOS reset, slow mode switch for the LN2 overclocking, PCI Express lane on and off switches, power on and off button, debug LED screen, alongside of 3 fan headers cramped in a very small portion of the board. Going around to the back side of the board to check out the IOs, you're coming across the audio inputs and outputs, 3 antenna connection points with the Wi-Fi module itself, 8 USB 3 ports surrounding Intel's Gigabit LAN, PS2 combo port about to 2 USB 2 ports, and an ROG Connect and CMOS reset switches. Taking a closer look of the OC panel, it didn't change that much since the last time we saw it on a Maximus V Extreme motherboard, which was bundled with it. It has all the necessary onboard overclocking and monitoring functions, making the process of doing the actual overclocking even easier, faster and more precise with the integrated screen and button controls. Underneath the cover you'll find some connection points for the fans and other features like the VGA hotwire, slow mode and pause switches. On the left side of it you'll find some connection points for the Sub-Zero probes. As you can see, it can stand up on itself with this kickback stand, or you can use it within that bundled 5.25" bay metal case. Thank you guys once again for checking out our unboxing and preview of the Asus Rampage V Extreme motherboard. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you liked our video, leave a comment if you have any questions about the product, and of course be sure to subscribe to our TechTech YouTube channel for more content like this, or you can just check out our other videos from before.